Hello everyone! Today's video is going to poke some fun at some of the brand fans in the motorcycling community. Now this is just for fun, so no need to send hate mail or try to flame me. This may or may not apply to you. It just becomes inherent that the longer you ride, the more fanboys and girls you will meet in regard to certain brands. Some are into their brand more than others, and some are more annoying than others. Now, what do we mean when we say brand fans? Well, think back to your last bike night. Remember the pudgy guy that was droning on and on about how the cross-plane crank found in the Yamaha R1 is truly an engineering masterpiece, and that's why Yamaha has had such success in racing, and how Rossi rides one, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's the type of dude we're talking about today. Or your local Ducatista who swears that everything from the bright red Italian maker is a gift from God. Ducati 999, a gift from God? Really? Ugh. Or it might even include the MV Agusta snob who never misses an opportunity to tell you how his bike is literally art in motion. Seriously? Art in motion? Come on, my guy. Anyways, let's see what's going on with these annoying motorcycle fans. First up are the GSXR fanboys. We gotta talk about them. You know we do. Although owners of a Suzuki GSXR, GSXR fanboys are not fans of Hayabusas. It's a totally different breed of rider here. The Suzuki fan base has three distinct components: GSXRs, Busas, and everybody else. Don't forget the faithful DRZ diehards though, looking at you ever ride. GSXR fans are the biggest squids on the planet, and they put the GSXR everywhere. If they see a girl with the GSXR tramp stamp, they will instantly fall in love. Every skill level has its own GSXR, from the 600, the 750, to the 1000, the 1000R, and even the 1300 technically is a GSXR, but the Busa boys won't give it to them. There's a GSXR for everything. Seriously, ask any GSXR owner what their next bike will be, where GSXR is tattooed on them, and where else GSXR is located. It's like they have some sort of homing signal that alerts them to where GSXR riders are nearby. It's why we have so many GSXR memes, I'm telling you. Handlebar ends, seats, decals on the windscreen, a racing jacket, some will be out all the time. The jacket will never be worn though because squids won't wear it. It's a lot like NASCAR commemorative plates. No one really uses them. The GSXR boys hate on every other brand. They won't be caught dead on anything but a GSXR. If they ride dirt bikes or need a cruiser, Suzuki has their bike. Up next, and we know we gotta do it to them, it's them Busa boys. Oh, them Busa boys are next on our list. If you've seen some of my It Came From Craigslist episodes, then you know exactly who I'm talking about. For some reason, along with Daytonas and everything else on this channel, I've been immortalized as a lover of Busas. I get tagged in Busa memes constantly, which is really funny. Busa boys are fans of Busas, not GSXRs, not other Suzukis, not other bikes. There's only one bike for them. It's a motherfucking Busa. Much like the GSXR bro, the Busa boy will be putting one piece of Japanese kanji everywhere. It's like a redneck with the Ford logo, but 100 times worse. Busa boys prefer their bikes, you guessed it, stretched and lowered. It's even better if it's a first generation Busa and someone else's project because the frame may already be chromed out. Maybe they're a little huskier than other riders, but they'll still haul ass on a Hayabusa. What do we know? It's that a Busa boy cannot be converted to another bike ever again. Don't even mention a ZX14R to them. Those are some fighting words. Busa forever. And if they have the cash, it's a Turbo Busa all the way as your first motorcycle. Next on our list, and we gotta do it to them, it's the Yamaha R1 fans, where other brand fans will crack mega dank nooners or cruise at 185 miles per hour. The R1 fanboy will, well, tell you why his bike is the best. No exceptions. It doesn't matter what you have to say in rebuttal. You'd be wrong unless it praises the R1. My Honda has lighter wheels. Nope, it doesn't. No fact checking here. This fanboy doesn't want to hear it. To them, the R1 is the only bike to ride. As a starter, as a cruiser, as a touring bike, and yes, even as a sport bike, the R1 can be considered a family member to its rider. It's roughly the equivalent to the firstborn, has more priority than the cat or the dog. Did he low side his R1? His second son now has to enlist in the military to get the GI Bill because that college fund went straight to Yamaha for parts. It's not uncommon to see R1 riders sleeping on their bikes in living rooms, bedrooms, and God forbid, in the garage. Up next is a known specimen for our off-road boys. It's the KTM guys. For those out there that ride in the dirt and think their bike is the best, we all know you ride a KTM. There's no way of stopping you and all your other ways. It's like an R1 in the dirt. Nothing will ever convince you otherwise. You bleed orange, and you should probably see a doctor about that, and will accept nothing less than a KTM in the dirt. It's the lightest bike. It's the best bike. Visiting in-laws, only to find out they have a few Hondas, extra gear, and want you to tag along? Maybe next time, unless unless they have a KTM hidden somewhere for you to ride it. You gotta hand it to the KTM diehards, they do make something for everyone off-road and have been killing it. But you know what else KTM kills? Head gaskets. Moving on. Next up, you already know what it is, it's the Ducatistas. You simply wanted a Biscotti, and now you own a Ducati. I started that meme. Never forget. And everyone hates you. It's surprising that yes, yours truly can even make it out of gas station because of all the pain he's getting thrown at me. The Ducatista is the rich snob of the motorcycling world. You paid how much for that V4R? People ask. Oh, bro, it's nothing. Come on, it's $40K for the bike. It's child's play. They scoff at you. Okay, so my bike is the Scrambler, not the V4R, but Ducatis do get actually expensive. Okay, fine. Ducatistas won't let me hang out for a weekly brunch because I beat up the Scrambler on trails and I bought one of the cheapest Ducatis off the showroom floor. I'm still one of you. I drink green juice every day. The Ducatista is the young professional that earns well over $100,000 a year and says, let's try riding. It's a $40,000 bike and $6,000 on gear later and a couple loans out from the friendly bank. A Ducatista is now born. We're jealous of the bike. We're jealous of the gear. We're not really jealous of the lack of experience though. Some Ducatistas will earn their bike, so to say, while others will put a couple hundred miles on their steed and quit the hobby or keep it parked in the garage as a fancy ornament. I guess that's what happens when your first bike has over 200 horsepower. Ever wonder why there's a litany of Panigales on local listings all with a few miles? Rich boys get scared pretty easy. Next on our list, it's Harley riders. If it isn't enough that they've been idling their straight pipe bike for the last 15 minutes, now they have to rev it just to see if it's still running. It's still running. It's still a piece of garbage, and it's still running. Don't worry. Next on our list is the Harley-Davidson rider. They'll never wave back at you. They won't acknowledge that you are one of them, a motorcyclist. They'll just do their own thing. If you ride anything but a Harley, they just don't care about you at all. The Harley-Davidson brand fan can be recognized at huge rallies like Sturgeon, Spurgeon, Lurgeon, Kurgeon, I don't know what the hell it's called. Wearing a t-shirt with a screaming eagle on it, and it'll be size XXL or larger. Oof, too much? You probably can't even hear me over the sound of your engine anyways. Harley-Davidson fans love to wear less than adequate protection, rock their brand symbols as such as they can. If it says Harley-Davidson, they'll buy it. Ford F-150 Harley-Davidson edition, anyone? Next on our list is Kawasaki owners. Since Kawasaki makes the slowest bikes and the fastest, you're gonna get some of the most devoted brand followers. You have the bros that started on Ninja 250, have turned them into track bikes and ripped them every weekend, worked their way up to a ZX6R, and now hang a poster of an H2R in their bedroom. For the H2 owners, forget it. They'll never stop talking about how fast their bike is and how great it looks. Most sentences will start with, my bike can ... but it won't be a feat of something they personally attempt. They'll cite magazines, blogs, or even YouTubers for a list of everything their bike is capable of instead of them as a rider. For ZX14R owners, don't be surprised they have a tattoo of Kawasaki's logo or drink Monster Energy all day while talking about how much slower a Busa is. 100% chance of being named Kyle or Tanner, and if that's the case, they probably have a Cowie dirt bike too. The penultimate riders on our list are BMW owners. It takes a certain type of person to swing a leg over a BMW, just the same as driving one. The penultimate riders on our list are Bimmer boys. There's a dynamic split between those of you who ride the S1000RR and those who ride the large GS adventure bikes. You're not Ewan McGregor, and going to Starbucks via a back road instead of the highway does not constitute an adventure, nor does it constitute going the long way round. One side of the coin is the super squid type to rip dank nooners on the freeway, Gixxers, Fireblades, and Cowies alike. The other is a middle-aged man who lost his soul and is planning a trip in full high-vis gear for the weekend. However you slice it, the BMW fanboy will laud the German maker's precision engineering and probably has a matching BMW SUV to tow his toy to the track or trail. Stop wearing the M Sport hats, by the way. It's the least you could do. Your wife doesn't want to hear you climax and scream variable valve timing her 217 horsepower as you explode in a state of pure ecstasy. The last on our list today is Can-Am. Nothing is worse than a Can-Am owner. I hate to bring it up, but anything with 3 wheels is not considered a motorcycle. As a non-motorcycle owner that reaps the rewards of being called a rider, mistakenly given the wave, and even being included on group rides, we find it to be a bit annoying. They'll say things like, that was a pretty tough corner. Look at my bike, bro. Bikes have 2 wheels. Your ignorance can't count. We find it to be an assault on 2-wheeled culture when someone rips by on a 3-wheeler thinking they're young, cool, hip, or living the moto life. You're not, because you can't lane split with that thing. You do you, but don't consider yourself a motorcyclist. The term is trike rider. For the rest of the riders on 3 wheels, you've probably put down more miles on 2 wheels in your younger years than most of us ever will. In the words of Joe Dirt, keep on keeping on. Now, Do you know any brand fanboys that are annoying? Please let me know in the comments. Seriously, I can't get around to every group out there, so surely there's another brand with very loyal yet annoying followers. We must have missed some, and we need to make sure we destroy them all. Also, in case you didn't know, you should definitely check out my beginner bike giveaway series. I've got a brand new Honda CB650R, Suzuki DRZ 400, and Kawasaki Ninja 400 waiting to be given away for free. Our sweepstakes hasn't started just yet, so if you want the chance to be pre-registered and get notified when we go live so you can get your chances to win on November 17th, hit the link below and sign up. We've got a lot of cool things coming for you, so you'll want to stay tuned, trust me. So if you want to get a first crack at winning those bikes, click the link below and get pre-registered. Thanks for watching. Remember, this is all in good fun. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later. Backed. The bat is the only mammal that can actually fly. Other animals that give the appearance of flying, like flying squirrels, are just gliding through the air, albeit up to 660 feet at a time. Goodbye.